Hi friends. Too many of us are held back from retiring because we believe a handful of commonly held retirement myths, lies that could cost you years of freedom and rob you of new adventures and experiences. Don't let this happen to you. In today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 of the most common retirement lies and why you shouldn't believe them. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Asul Wells. I help 7- and 8-figure entrepreneurs, executives, and everyday next-door millionaires like yourself live their best life in retirement. Today I'm going to talk about the 5 most commonly believed retirement lies that could be keeping you from retiring now. Number 1 is Moore's Law, and not the law that says that computers get cheaper and cheaper every year. This is the Moore's Law that says that more money is always better. You know, not necessarily, because most financially prudent people die with a lot of excess money. If you die with $1 million or $2 million in your investment account, think about it. That's years of freedom that you could have had and adventures and experiences. It's also money that you could have used to help your children while you were still alive and frankly, when they probably needed the money more. Don't follow Moore's Law. Don't believe it. More is not always better. The second lie is that Social Security won't be around when you retire. I don't believe it. Yes, right now Social Security takes in more in taxes than it pays out, and that's scheduled to end in the next 15 years, but that doesn't mean Social Security is going to go away. Right now, about 15% of the US population is over 65 years old. That's a powerful voting bloc, and it's only going to increase. In the next 15 years, it's predicted that people over 55 are going to represent 20% of the US population, and a lot of those folks vote. So I don't think Social Security is going to go away. More likely, Social Security taxes are going to go up for those that are still earning. But don't let the lie that Social Security is going to go away keep you from retiring. That could be costing you a decade of freedom and experiences. Don't believe it. Number 3, I have plenty of time to enjoy retirement. Maybe, but remember, as you get older, the likelihood of having a health issue increases. Right now, many of us are healthy, we're active, we're mentally sharp. Unfortunately, it's not always going to stay that way. If you're in your mid-50s, late 50s, early 60s, every year that you postpone retirement could be 5%, 20%, or even more of your healthy, active years. Don't give those up for no reason. Don't sacrifice unnecessarily. If you have the means to retire, consider doing it now because I think your future self will thank you. Number 4, I don't want to retire now because I love my job. Maybe. I hear this one a lot. Studies show that fewer than 20% of us, unfortunately, really love our jobs. And maybe you do. And if that's the case, you should absolutely keep working as long as it's fulfilling for you. But here's the test. Would you keep going to work if you weren't paid? Would you keep going to work if tonight you won $100 million in the lottery? The vast majority of us would say no to it. And really, when you think about it, what's the difference? If you're financially independent, you're financially independent. So really rethink that. For a lot of people, that's a crutch. That's an excuse because they don't know how to bridge the gap. They're a little fearful of the unknown chapter in front of them. But most people, when they're 75 or 80, are really glad they retired sooner rather than later, and they took full advantage. They squeezed all the juice out of their retirement years that they could, and they don't regret retiring when they did. And the last lie, number 5, is why retire now? I really don't have any stress. I can weave in the things that I like to do in my life. You know, a lot of people don't know how much stress that they're really under until they actually retire and they remove themselves from that situation. You've probably been working 30 or more years. You've been carrying the weight and responsibilities of having a job and running from one activity to the next for so long, you probably forget what it's like to not have that. And if you can retire now and experience that freedom and joy and be able to spend the time that you want with people that you love, with the experiences you want to pursue, with the adventures that you're looking forward to, I bet in a year you'll look back and say, my goodness, I felt like I was carrying a 10 or 20 pound weight on my shoulders. And now it's been removed. It's kind of like that frog in boiling water, right? If you toss a frog in boiling water, it's going to jump out right away. But if you slowly increase the temperature, the frog's going to stay in place. And I think a lot of us are like that frog. We just don't know how much pressure we're under. So don't let that lie keep you from retiring. Okay, that's it. If this video has been helpful, consider forwarding it to a friend. Thumbs for likes and subs for love. And be sure to watch this video on mini retirements, a technique that gives you the mind space and experiences to find your passions and to make sure you're on the right path. A strategy that helps you optimize on life and follow your passions versus just living your life on autopilot. Until next time, I'm Asul, encouraging you to take full advantage of the youth of your retirement. Remember, you're only young once. Use this time wisely.